Good morning, everybody. I am just going to show you a little stretching video that my boyfriend taught me how to do, and this isn't specific for rock climbers, but I'm not a very flexible person, and by doing this regimen once or twice a day, or however much you can do it, I've done it probably, 4 times a week or so. And it doesn't take very long. I'm just going to walk you through it, and I've noticed like significant changes in my high stepping ability, and I get like really tight hamstrings, so it just helps a lot with that. This exercise, I'm not claiming to know much about anything, but this routine works for me, and it focuses on warming up your back and stretching out your hamstrings. So I'm just going to kind of do like a little bit of an expedited version to show you what it's all about. But so we have a hot pack here that is a it's like a wet pack or something. You should get one of these. They really help a lot. So first you're going to start out with warming up your lower back. Just turn this thing on, and I like to put my head on like a pillow or something, but just put it like right here on your lower back area, and pardon the mess in the house, but okay, so you're just going to sit with it on your lower back for about 5 minutes until you get nice and warmed up. Once you can just relax for the first 5 minutes, and then you're going to do what's called wigwags. So you're just going to let your knees drop to either side. Try to keep your feet close to your butt. Not, you're just going to get more of a stretch the closer you have them, but if you're more comfortable putting them down further, you can. I like to put my arms to the side. It just makes it a little bit easier. And you're just going to go back and forth, and you're just going to do this for about 3 minutes. And you can keep the hot pack on or off. At that point you should be warmed up already. But so you're just going to go back and forth for about 3 minutes. Okay? And then after you've done your 3 minutes of that, you're going to, y'all might be familiar with this stretch, but take one foot, cross it over your knee, and then you're going to grab your knee here and pull back, and you should really be feeling it, I'll do it this side, right here in your hamstring. So when you pull back, pulling your knee back, you're going to kind of focus on your knee going to your opposite shoulder. So this is my left leg going to my right shoulder, and just pull it to where you can feel the stretch back here in your hamstring. Alright, and you're going to hold it for, I don't know, about 10 or 15 seconds or so. Make sure you get a nice good stretch, and then you'll release, and try to keep your the opposite leg straight, but if you have to keep it bent a little bit, that's fine. Then you're going to grab behind your hamstring, let your foot dangle down, and then pull your toes up to the sky. And you can tell I like to keep my right leg bent because I'm still not that flexible. And then you're going to extend your right leg as straight as you can. So it's more gentle if you let your leg drop down, but you want to try to keep your knee locked out. And you can't see my toes in the video, but I still have them flexed like that. Okay? And you're going to hold that again for about 10 or 15 seconds or so. And you're really going to feel it, like me, I really feel it all the way from my calf down into my hamstring. Okay? And do that for about 10 or 15 seconds. And then you're going to switch sides. So start with this one. Again, you're going to focus on pulling this knee kind of towards you and focusing the other knee going towards your opposite shoulder, and you're going to feel it from your back, your hamstring, down through your butt and up into your lower back area. Feels really good. Alright, so you're going to hold that for 10 or 15 seconds, and then release, and you're going to straighten out your left leg and bring your right leg down, flex your toes up to the sky, and then straighten your leg as best you can. Try to flatten this leg out if you can, but a little bit of bend is fine. Make sure to keep your toes flexed, and you're really going to feel it in your calf, down your hamstring, and up through your butt area. I'm not really putting a whole lot of pressure here, mostly just trying to flex my toes and keep my leg as straight as possible. So, you're going to do 3 on each side. Then after you've done 3 on each side, you can take your hot pack, which I still have on, and go ahead and put it on top of your pelvis area. And now we're after we've done the 3 on each side of both leg stretches, we are going to do some hip flexor exercises. So you're going to go ahead and put the hot pack on your pelvis for about 5 minutes. Feels really nice. And then you can shut it off. And after you've done that for about 5 minutes, we're going to go into what's called George Washington's. And so when you're doing these, you're going to have, so what you're focusing on here is pushing your hips forward, not really leaning forward, but you're going to kind of keep your thigh straight up and down, and by pushing your hips forward, you're really going to feel it pulling right in here. Alright? So you're just going to hold this stretch for, again, about like 10 or 15 seconds, probably more on like the 15-second side, and you're really going to feel it in here again, okay? This is your hip flexor stretch. Then you're going to switch legs, do it to the opposite side, really focus on like tilting your tailbone down and pushing your hip bone straight out, okay? Again, you're not leaning forward like this, but just pushing your tailbone down, and you're really going to feel it right in the front of your hip. Alright, so you're going to do that for about 15 seconds, and then switch. You're going to do each side 3 times, and that's pretty much the end of the workout, okay? It's not too hard. Like I said, this is for beginners, for people who don't stretch very much, but you really are going to notice a big difference if you can do this a few times a day. One other stretch that I've added on to this one is something I got from yoga. This is particularly because I have really tight hamstrings, but what you're going to do with this stretch is put your feet about hips width apart, and you're going to kind of sit back onto your heels. And I don't know if you can't really see that much. You really got to stick your butt out, so it's kind of funny looking, but try not to bend your knees over your toes. You want your knees and your shin bones to be pretty much straight up and down. Try to keep a straight back and just bend forward. This is like a pose or something that's really going to start stretching out your hamstrings back here. So again, just try to keep a straight back. I'll just kind of lean forward at some point just to where I can feel it. And this one feels really good for me because my hamstrings are really tight. So I'll just hold it for kind of as long as I feel comfortable, like maybe at 30 seconds or so. And then I'll stand up, relax, and then I'll go back into it. So again, keep your shins straight over your heels as best as possible. Stick your butt out. Try to keep your back straight, and you'll really feel it back here in your hamstrings. Alright, so that's my basic stretching for unflexible people, and you'll probably really feel it in your climbing if you stay diligent on it, I promise. And one other thing is I like to use, we have this foam roller here. I'll just put it on the ground and roll out my hamstrings with it. Just another thing for you guys. Okay, good luck.